on the shoulder and ask for a photo. Well, that's when this...
Britney Spears had a major oops in Las Vegas last night, causing her to get slapped and even falling on the floor.
Over here? Oh, can you use black on this? I can't see.
A couple of days ago, Britney Spears accused Victor Wembanyama and his bodyguard of backhanded slap. And now, just a few minutes ago, she has sent an emotional message to the public after being smacked by Victor. What could be the story behind Victor and Britney? Why did he smack Britney? This is something very fresh and juicy, so let's get started. So, Britney Spears, a popular singer, said on Thursday that she was slapped in Las Vegas by a member of the security detail protecting an NBA prospect named Victor Wembanyama, and she put down a handrail. The singer recounted her encounter with the French footballer, and it was truly very emotional. Britney disclosed that the incident took place at the entrance to a hotel restaurant. She very emotionally said, "I decided to approach him and congratulate him on his success. As there was a lot of noise, I tapped him on the shoulder to get his attention. His security then slapped me without looking back. The blow almost knocked me over and ripped my glasses off." Well, this is very creepy, and the bodyguard really went too far with his absurd behavior. And we also know that in current times how sensitive it is to behave like this, especially with women.
But you don't slap anyone like that, even if you are Britney Spears or not.
But you know what the scary part is? That a rumor has been circulating that one of the sportsman's teammates has allegedly assaulted the 41-year-old at the French cuisine restaurant Catch, located within the Aria Hotel in Las Vegas. After this, TMZ, a website based in the United States, claimed that Spears was a fan of the player and that she approached him in order to beg for a photo together. Don't you feel pity for Britney? She is said to have just tapped him on his back right shoulder, but the security guard is then said to have backhanded her.
Went up to him, or attempted to go up to him, tap him on the shoulder, and ask for a photo. Well,
not only the bodyguard slapped her, but she is said to have fallen so hard to the ground, which resulted in her spectacles being knocked off her face. She then reportedly returned to her table to gather herself before continuing her performance. How hard it must have been for her to go through such a harsh thing. "Physical violence is too common in this world," said the American, calling on celebrities to lead by example and treat everyone with respect. "I have not yet received a public apology from the player, his security team, or their organization. I hope they will," she added. However, when the NBL player Victor got to know about this incident, he also tried to clear the incident, saying, "So what happened last night is I saw the news, obviously, and then I woke up to a couple of phone calls. I didn't see what happened because I was walking straight and we were told, 'Don't stop.' But that person grabbed me from behind, not on my shoulder. She grabbed me from behind. And so I just know the security pushed her away. I don't know how much force, though, but security pushed her away. I didn't stop to look so I could walk in and enjoy the nice dinner." The famous athlete went on to say that he was surprised to find out that the woman who had approached him was, in fact, the singer who sang "Baby One More Time," especially considering that he claimed that he hadn't seen the woman's face in the first place. He added, "At first I was like, 'No, you're joking.' But yeah, it turns out it was Britney Spears. But I didn't know because I didn't see her face. I just kept walking straight in a line." But do you think this statement is enough for Britney to overcome her trauma when she was merely there to congratulate him on his success? We know it takes years and years to really get an escape from trauma.
Spears called the incident traumatic, called out the Spurs security team, quote, "I get swarmed by people all the time. In fact, that night I got swarmed by..."
Spears shared his thoughts about overcoming this incident, saying, "Traumatic experiences are not new to me, and I have had my fair share of them. I was not prepared for what happened to me last night. I recognized an athlete in my hotel lobby as I was heading to dinner. I later went to a restaurant at a different hotel and saw him again. I decided to approach him and congratulate him on his success. It was really loud, so I tapped him on the shoulder to get his attention." This gesture from Victor is extremely rude because this is a total wrong act to slap someone, even if they grab you. And fans also came forward to show their support for Britney. One fan commented, "I feel bad. Britney is my angel from the first day till I still breathe. I was sad the whole time when hearing that." Another added, "She knows better than to touch someone from behind who has security. I don't like her getting smacked, but she knows better." On to say that she was aware that Wembanyama had made a statement in which he claimed that Spears had indeed grabbed him. However, she insisted that it was a simple tap on the shoulder and she reminded him that even though she had been swarmed by a group of 20 fans herself, none of her security team had lashed out at any of the fans. During an interview, basically, she said, "I am aware of the player's statement where he mentions, 'I grabbed him from behind, but I simply tapped him on the shoulder.' His security then backhanded me in the face without looking back in front of a crowd, nearly knocking me down and causing my glasses to fall off my face. I get swarmed by people all the time. In fact, that night, I was swarmed by a group of at least 20 fans. My security team didn't hit any of them." This seems to be very weird because when Britney herself, or even her security team, did not lay a hand on the bodyguard, then why did the bodyguard smack her? Here, some fans also seem to be very suspicious, and one of them said, "Interesting that she has had her own problems with paparazzi and fan mobs, then thinks that she can walk right up with her arm extended and touch this kid. What was she thinking? Seems a little hypocritical to me." Well, to be very honest, this does sound very fishy if we dig deeper into this incident, like why she did not defend herself and let the guard slap her. Not even her. Her security team was there the whole time, and they did not even think to protect her. How can it be possible? This is something very heavy coming from TMZ. Many fans even raised questions like, is she trying to frame Victor, but on what grudges? Because this seems very mysterious to the public, because who would slap someone without any solid grounds? And on these speculations, fans now want to cancel Victor. One of the fam said, "This guy is a basketball player who is bound to be asked to take a photo with. You're telling me this security dude goes around slapping and assaulting people to protect the player?" And after this, fans also started to call out Spears' husband because he was not there and was not taking stand for her wife. Despite all these speculations, Spears' husband, Sam Asghari, also expressed his opinion, stating that supporters should direct their anger toward the coward who did this rather than Wembanyama. He wrote in a statement on Instagram, "Self-defense can be unavoidable, but the defense of any woman, especially my wife, is not debatable. I consider my reaction subdued considering what occurred, and I hope the man in question learns a lesson and changes his disregard for women." But after this, the bodyguard who apparently slapped Britney has reportedly apologized. He said, "You understand how it is when you're being swarmed by fans, but is this apology enough to justify his behavior? At least not for Britney, because her security team has reportedly since filed a police report against the security guard in question, who has been identified as Smith, accusing him of battery." Spears' husband Asghari also posted a statement on his Instagram story defending his wife, whom he said was physically assaulted, and slamming Wembanyama's security team, but saying that it shouldn't be held against the 19-year-old. But the publication states that it will not be investigated as a criminal matter because it was apparently decided that the bodyguard was simply trying to defend the sports star and not damage Spears. This reportedly led to the conclusion that the bodyguard did not intend to hurt Spears. And it is reported that the security guy hit the singer without realizing who she was at the time. That's it for today, folks. Until next time, goodbye.